Hello and welcome to the VickyCharles.com podcast. My name is Vicky Charles and I'm here to help you with all of your blogging and social media needs. The show notes for this and all previous podcasts can be found at VickyCharles.com/podcast. And this week's episode, number 45, is 5 ways to improve your organic page reach on Facebook. So let's get on with it. So welcome to the VickyCharles.com podcast. This is episode number 45, 5 ways to improve your organic page reach on Facebook. Now, first of all, just a couple of words about the difference between reach and engagement. Your reach means how far your page has reached, how many times it has been seen. And by that I mean it has appeared on somebody's news feed. Reach is important because the more people you reach, the more engagement you will get. Engagement is when somebody has liked, commented or shared your post. If you get more reach, you will reach more people who will want to like, comment and share. When people engage with your post, that increases your reach. So the two go hand in hand, and reach is something that people tend to overlook in favour of engagement, but it's really, if you can increase your reach, you can increase your engagement. So my first tip for improving your organic page reach is to evaluate. So have a look at the posts you've had with the best reach, and try and figure out what they have in common. You can go back into your insights and kind of go fairly far back and have a look and see, what do these posts have in common? Are they all about something political? Are they all about a funny story that was in the news that day? Are they all photos? Are they all, about Play-Doh? Do all of your fans really love it when you post knitting patterns? I don't know. Just really have a look and see if you can see what it is that they've got in common. You might be able to find a theme, but it should give you some sort of direction as to what to post in the future in order to improve your reach. My second tip for improving your organic page reach is to repost. So go back and look at those old posts that did really well, and see if any of them are what we would call evergreen. So some of them are going to be about something that's happened in the news today that you can't really repost, but others will be a picture of a cute cat or an observation about a TV show, perhaps something like that, and you can repost that. Leave a few weeks. Don't do it like the next day, because it's everyone's going to go, oh, you just posted that, and think it's a mistake. If you leave it maybe 3 or 4 weeks, nobody's going to notice. I hate to break it to you, the stats on how many people actually see what you post on Facebook, it's very low. A very low percentage of the people who like your page will see what you post on Facebook, just generally, and that's true for everybody. So if you posted something 3 weeks ago and it reached however many people, most of those were probably not the people that like your page. You can go back, repost it, do it at a different time of day so that you're hitting a different audience, and you can reach a whole different audience of people with it. You would post at a different time of day because you can probably assume that most people, myself included, we're creatures of habit. So we'll go onto Facebook first thing in the morning, or while we're eating our breakfast, while we're on the school run, on our lunch breaks, maybe in the evening, usually at the same time every day. So if you posted something at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it did really, really well, then leave it a few weeks and post it again first thing in the morning, and you'll hopefully hit a whole different audience. And by leaving it a few weeks, you've allowed it time to kind of be forgotten by the people who did see it the first time around. So you're not going to get people complaining as long as you've left that gap. My third tip for improving your organic page reach on Facebook is to use your insights. So go in and have a look at your insights and really pay attention to them. Really get to grips with, what's going on your page and what's working and what's not. I try to look at mine at least weekly just to see, try and gauge what's going on and how things are going. You want to maybe have a look at when is the busiest time of day. When is the time that most of your fans are online? And make sure that at that time of day you have some really good content ready to go. So you might have maybe 2 or 3 points in the day where there's a peak in the number of users online. You want to make sure that your best content is posted at that time of the day so that more people are going to see it. My fourth tip for improving your organic reach on Facebook is to create a call to action, or include a call to action in your posts. So ask people a question, or ask them to leave a comment with this, or tag a friend who this applies to, tag a friend who would appreciate this or like this or needs this, or something like that. Ask them questions, ask them for their advice, ask them for their opinion. I had a post a while back now that did really, really well, got really great reach, and it was just a really simple question. I'd bought a jar of pesto and I'd used it in a recipe, and there was quite a lot left, and I just put up a post saying, I've got this jar of pesto, don't really use pesto, can you suggest something? And I had so many comments, people making suggestions, do this, go here, look at this page, here's a recipe here, look at this is how I use pesto, this is what I do, it's yummy. Lots of people were commenting, lots of names I'd never seen before, so people that weren't regular kind of interactors on my page. Now, I would say normally, if you're asking people to comment on your post, then do always go back and reply to those comments. So if you've asked somebody what they're doing today and they say, I've got a doctor's appointment, go back and go, oh, I hope you're okay, and things like that. Where you've got a lot, so for example, my example with my pesto post, I had asked a question, I had an awful lot of responses, and I could have gone in and replied to every single comment saying, thanks, oh, yummy, thanks. Realistically, that's just going to annoy people. It's going to annoy me to type thanks 50 times, but also it's going to annoy people if they get a notification that you've replied to their comment and they go and look and you've just said thanks. It's just a waste of their time. So if you're going to reply to somebody's comment, make sure it's worth their while to come back and read what you've had to say. It is always worth replying if you have something to say. So say somebody's doing something, you say, oh, where are you doing that? How are you doing that? How did you learn to do that? Where did you pick that up? How did you get on with this? And kind of try and start a conversation with people, really interact with them. You want to build that sense of community. I really feel my page now has been going for about 3 years, and I really feel that it's building that sense of community. So I've got the same people coming back asking me questions, I'm asking them questions, they respond to what I've got to say, and that is what builds my page reach and keeps it it hovers at around 10,000 and quite often reaches 20,000 in a week. I think that's because I'm consistently interacting with my audience, and now I have people on my page who will send me messages or leave comments on my page saying, hi, saw this and thought of you, oh, here's a funny picture I thought your daughter might like, here's this, or have you been to this, or have you seen this, or you might enjoy this, and they will take the initiative to contact me. And I think that's because we've created a community ourselves, so it's not so much me now, it's us. And we've all kind of created a community amongst ourselves, and we talk to each other on a daily basis, and I think that makes a big difference. My fifth and final tip for improving your organic page reach on Facebook is to publish videos. Now, my advice is to experiment with different types of media and which ones will work for you, but on the whole, videos are the most popular type of media on Facebook. People love video posts. Your timeline now will automatically play a video without sound, and that's worth bearing in mind, to post something that's more visual than audio, I think. But people do just respond well to videos. They tend to need to be less than 2 minutes long because we all have really short attention spans, and to be honest, I'm surprised you're still listening now. But it's worth bearing in mind, it's worth having a look at. If you are not confident to post a video of yourself talking, or to post a picture of your video of your family or your child or something like that, you can share videos from other pages, and it tends to have the same effect. It will still help to increase your reach and things like that, as it will still be shared around and what have you. There are lots of pages on Facebook that post a lot of videos on a regular basis, and there's nothing wrong with going to them and sharing those to your page. The only thing to bear in mind is that if you're sharing from another page, you can't schedule that share. You have to go in and do it. So that if you're going to do it that way, you need to make sure that you do that, make the effort to go in and find a video on a regular basis to go and share onto your page if you're not posting your own. Thank you so much for listening to the VickyCharles.com podcast. You can find the show notes for this and all previous podcasts at VickyCharles.com/podcast. And if you'd like a free download of top social media tips to help you get going on your Facebook and Twitter, please visit VickyCharles.com/social to get your free download. You can find me on Facebook, where I am VickyCharles.com or Single Mother Ahoy, or on Twitter, where I am @SingleMAhoy. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll be back next week.